Hi, this is Michael Fiore, and in the next 6 minutes, I'm going to teach you a secret psychological loophole in the male mind that will make that one special man you've been dreaming of fall deeply and passionately in love with you and only you forever. I know it sounds impossible, but the simple and possibly even dangerous trick I'm going to reveal right now really will make any man you want so obsessed with you that he can't even think about another woman, so addicted to you that he actually craves you when you're not around, so loyal to you that he finds himself almost completely against his will, dreaming about the future he wants with you and only you, bending over backwards to make you happy, bragging about you to his family and his friends, and begging you to be his and only his. So how do I know this simple trick really does work? Because just 3 short years ago, it worked on me, and it's still working now as I get closer and closer to walking down the aisle and making that one special woman who flipped this switch in my brain mine forever. Who the heck am I, and why should you listen to every word I have to say? Well, my name is Michael Fiore. I'm an internationally known relationship expert. I've been on The Rachel Ray Show, Fox, WebMD, NBC, CBS Radio, Yahoo, tons of radio programs, tons of blogs. And beyond that, I'm an Amazon and Wall Street Journal best-selling author for my books like 6 Simple Tricks to Crack the Man Code and Make Him Beg to Be Your Boyfriend. But more important than all of that, I'm a man who is absolutely in love with a woman who I never saw coming and who I will never let go. And because of all that, what I'm about to tell you next is kind of embarrassing. Because before I became a relationship expert and the best male friend of tens of thousands of women, I was a guy, and not always a nice one at that. I've never talked about this in public before, but up until just 3 short years ago, I was a player and was emotionally dead inside because of it. I'd been in relationships before, but always felt trapped and never really committed to a woman, even though I thought I had. I know so much better now. When I was single, I dated and had sex with multiple women, often in the same week, and I swore I would never commit. I would never settle down. I would never even think about getting married. I thought I'd be happily single forever. And then I met her. This one indescribably attractive woman. At the time, I couldn't figure out why I was so drawn to her. It wasn't that she was beautiful, though she was and is beautiful. It wasn't that she was sexy, though she was and is very sexy. It wasn't confidence or anything that you read about in Cosmo. But there was something about this one woman that flipped a switch in my mind and instantly made every other girl at the party we were at, every other girl in the world, just disappear. I caught her eye from across the room, and even just the way she looked at me sent a jolt up my spine. Suddenly, I felt off balance, nervous, even a little scared. And even though I wanted to play it cool, I found myself drawn to her like a magnet. We talked for hours, and I found myself attentive like a puppy. We laughed and joked and flirted. And then I felt my throat go dry as she melted against me when we kissed. And suddenly, I found myself wanting it to just be a kiss, at least for then. I found myself taking it slow. And I knew right there, right then, that this was a woman I needed to take seriously. That very night, I broke things off with every other girl I was seeing without this one special, incredible woman even having to ask. And over the next few months, I found myself chasing her, seducing her, fantasizing about her, wanting her and only her. Until finally, months later, I felt this incredible joy well up in me when she finally agreed to be my girlfriend, to be the woman who will, a few months from now, be my wife. So I know you desperately want to know, what did she do that other women didn't? What made this one woman so irresistible? What did she do that made me so happy to be hers when I thought I didn't want to be anyone's at all? And how can you do the same thing to that one guy you have your eye on? Great question. And here's the answer that guys don't want me to tell you. In order to make a guy obsessed with you and truly committed to you and only you really only need to follow 3 simple steps this woman used on me. And these 3 steps I'm about to tell you have nothing to do with how you look, what dress size you have, how big your breasts are, how pretty you are, or anything like that.